Hi, welcome in, Love Fatima. Welcome in. Welcome in, Love Fatima. Welcome in, welcome in. I want you to do me a favor. I came on a little bit early just to see if this is going to work today. Can you type in the chat if you can hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? How are you? How are you? Wow, I wish I had the clappy thing. I was like, yes, I figured it out. I figured it out. I'm so happy to have figured this out because that was driving me crazy. You're so tired? Oh, okay. What's going on? You had a long day today? I had a nice day. What was happening with my sounds, it had to do with a setting. You know, a setting can throw your whole show completely off. It just sucks like that. Just one little setting. But I am glad to have it working. The only thing now I have to figure out is how to share this out from my restream. That is the only thing I'm working to figure out now. Oh, another birthday lunch. Oh, okay. Well, hello. Let's celebrate all month. We might as well make it a month-long celebration. I love celebrating my birthday. I didn't, my mom, growing up, I didn't have yes, my mom never celebrated my birthday. So when I got old enough to give myself a birthday, I went ahead and gave myself a birthday party. And then ever since then, every year I would give myself a birthday, except the last 2 years, maybe the last 3 years, I didn't, but somebody else did it for me. And last year it was so beautiful. They took me on the spa and took me to this wonderful restaurant. I did a video about it. I think I put it here on TikTok, but I did a video about it. It was so beautiful. I loved it. It's always nicer when other people, hey, welcome in, welcome in. It's always nicer when people can do all the planning and all you have to do is show up. I enjoy that. Yes, because the last 3 years, I got the opportunity to be celebrated. I didn't have to do anything except get dressed, get my makeup done, and show up. It was nice. I wonder if I can. No, I'm not gonna mess with this today. Since it's working, I'm gonna leave it alone. Do my little show, and be done with it. Thank you, and you keep celebrating. If I was closer, I would be celebrating too. What is that making that sound? I don't know what that is. Hello, Joe Bill. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming. Welcome in, Tina. Thank you for that beautiful rose. You know, I love roses. My favorite. Welcome in, Sandra. I had some rose gold roses from my wedding. I love rose gold, and rose gold roses are so pretty. My husband, actually, for our anniversary, I went on a cruise, and my husband had given my friend who I was on a cruise with our anniversary gift because it was supposed to be my husband and I going on the cruise. And then what happened was we had some paperwork that didn't come through in time. And so on our anniversary day, she actually hid it from me until our anniversary day. So I woke up that day and she gave it to me, and I was like, "How did you get that?" And she was like, "Your husband gave it to me before we left." And so that was so awesome. It was a beautiful, beautiful rose gold rose. So I know it's just a few of you here, Sandra, Tina, Joe Bill, but I want to go ahead and get started. Since I am live streaming, I decided to go ahead and put this on YouTube tonight because I love the topic. Yes, rose gold, I love it. It is beautiful. It is me. It is Missy. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and let people come in. I just want to welcome you all to the MoJo Show. So tonight we are going to talk about Black History Month, the celebration, the controversy, and the culture. So the questions I want to answer by the end of this live is, should it stay? Should it evolve? Is it being threatened? So we're going to talk about it, all right? As people come in, if y'all could just help me greet everyone as they come in, that would be wonderful because I may not see them. But I just want to start off by, I want you to drop a power, I call it the power fist. I want you to drop a power fist if you celebrate Black History Month. Drop it in the chat if you celebrate Black History Month. All right, Love Fatima, looks like you celebrate Black History Month. Anybody else? And of course, no judgment. I'm just trying to get to see how many currently celebrate Black History Month. Okay, so all I see is Love Fatima. I want you to drop the eye emoji if you've heard about the efforts to end it. Okay, Akona, you celebrate Black History Month? I want you to drop the I see you emoji, any type of I emoji, if you've heard about efforts to end Black History Month. So, Love Fatima, you've heard about the efforts to end it. Anybody else? Okay. Hi, Miss Jamaica. Welcome in. Welcome in. So we're talking about Black History Month. We're talking about the celebration, the controversy, and the culture. And so the questions I've asked is drop a fist, a power fist, if you celebrate Black History Month, and drop the ICU emoji if you've heard about the efforts to end it. Welcome in, Dante. Welcome in. Thank you for those heart me's. Thank you. Welcome in. Thank you for the epic tarts. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank y'all for those power ups. So drop a fist, a power fist in the chat if you celebrate Black History Month or if you've ever celebrated Black History Month. Drop the ICU emoji if you heard about the efforts to end the celebration, to end the celebration of Black History Month. Okay, so Okona said he's heard of it but never thought it was a thing that is being discussed. Yes, it absolutely is. So now I want you all, welcome in. I want you all to type one Black leader that has inspired you. One Black leader that has inspired you. Drop it in the chat. One Black leader that has inspired you. Malcolm X. Okay, okay. Malcolm X. I see you. I see you. Anybody else? Anybody else? One Black leader that has inspired you? So I'm actually sharing this information because the people perish from a lack of knowledge. So I'm just going to talk about some of the debates that's going on, whether Black History Month should be absorbed into general American history, the concerns about the curriculum and restrictions, political conversations around DEI initiatives. So let me ask you all something. Okay, I see you. I see you down there. Huey Newton and Asata Shakur. Angela Davis. Okay, I see you. I know most of those, but I have to admit I don't know them all. And see that is a part that is part of the challenge right now. So let me ask you all: do you know why Black History Month was created? MLK, of course. MLK. Do you know why Black History Month was even created? And I have a I have a gift, a GIFT, for the first person who can also tell me what year Black History Month was created. Rosa Parks, MLK. Yes, I see you. So, Love Fatima think it was created to pacify us. Okay. Does anyone know what year that Black History Month started? What year? And what one other question? If you can drop in the chat the year that it was created, and also drop in the chat what was the original name. Does anyone know don't look it up neither. Don't look it up. What year that we was it created or that we started celebrating, and what was the original name? Does anybody know? All right, Dante got it. 1926. I'm writing your name down, Dante, because of my system. I don't have access to sending a gift, a GIFT, but I will. Okay, Love Fatima says she doesn't know either answer. So the month the year that it started was 1926, and the original name was Negro History Week. Did anybody know that? Negro History Week. It was a week. And the reason why Black History Month was created, and specifically why it was created in February, does anybody, you know what? That's going to be another question. You knew it was only a week? Okay. Um, Let me ask you one more question. You can drop it in the chat while I explain why Black History Month was created. So drop in the chat if you know why was February the chosen month for Black History Month. Why did they choose to celebrate Black History Month in February? So Black History Month was created to correct historical omissions, celebrate Black excellence, preserve cultural legacy, and promote equality and understanding. So does anybody know why it was February was chosen? Akona says, history of my school told me that it was February 1926. Good evening, 1K. Good evening. Welcome in. So the reason why we celebrate it in February is because Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass' birthday is in February. And that's why February was chosen to celebrate Black History Month. So I also want to just say that the goal wasn't separation. When we decided to celebrate Black History Month, the goal was not celebration. I mean, the goal was not separation, the goal was inclusion. Love Fatima, you don't believe? Okay, it's okay. That is totally fine. Um, by the way, can you all tap on that screen, please? Please, please tap on that screen. Tap, tap, tap. Um, so you think, Love Fatima, it was just strictly to pacify? Or you think maybe because it was the shortest month of the year? Because that could be true. But according to the research, they say it was chosen because it is Abraham Lincoln's birthday and Frederick Douglass' birthday. Right. So do you feel that it has been fully integrated? Yeah, I'm reading what they said, but we weren't around at the time, so we don't fully know the truth. So has it been fully integrated? I see no, I see no. They only share bits and pieces, not all true history. Okay, okay. So many say it hasn't been fully integrated because it's concentrated in February only. Um, contributions of Black scientists, inventors, economists, and global leaders are under, yeah, underrated. States and districts vary on how it's taught. So I would have to agree and say, no, it is not. I feel like it is not fully integrated. So let me ask you all this. Does eliminating erase visibility? Do you feel like eliminating Black History Month will erase visibility? Does anybody feel like eliminating Black History Month will erase the visibility? No? Okay. I see one no. Tough question. Okay. I personally think it can possibly reduce the visibility, but I don't ever think it can be erased. Um, the thing is importance is placed on what we celebrate. Um, it publicly what we celebrate publicly shapes values. What we ignore usually disappears. So it doesn't necessarily uh, erase the visibility, but I do feel like some of the value of the month definitely reduces the visibility. So I have some questions for you all. So I have some questions. It's up to us to celebrate all year long in many ways and not allow society to dictate. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. So I have some questions for you all. Sorry, my chat is not chatting. It's not going down all the way. All right. So I have some questions. Drop it in the chat if Black History Month was to end tomorrow. Would it matter to you? If Black History Month was to end tomorrow, would it matter to you? Drop it in the chat. Welcome in. Welcome. Sandra says yes, it would matter to her if Black History was to end tomorrow. Kona says yes, it would matter. Okay. Anybody else? Fatima says yes, it would matter. Um, Now, here's another question. Should Black History Month be taught all year round instead? Do you feel like Black History Month should be taught year round instead? Love, Fatima, I felt that you would say that you would feel that it should be year round. Welcome in, Queen. Sandra says yes. Okay. Now, last question. Do you think we still need a dedicated month? Do you still think we should have a dedicated month that we call Black History Month? All year long. Okay. So not necessarily a month. Yes and no. It's not that simple to me. Okay. Yes, to keep the tradition. Sandra says yes to keep the tradition. Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. Okay. So I'm presenting these questions because I wanted to be a little bit of thought provoking to make you think, because I was sitting at home and I was thinking like, wow, I really haven't heard much about Black History Month. And then, we're on social media all day long, and I can't honestly say I have seen any post pop up that talks about Black History Month. Like, I haven't seen a post, a commercial, a emoji, nothing. I haven't seen anything. On MLK's birthday in January, I did see something on that day, but generally, I have not seen anything as it relates to Black History Month. Sandra says not to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's birthday. That's still weird to me. Yeah, I thought about that when I saw the answer to the question, that I was like, oh yeah, his birthday is in February. That is interesting. Thank you for the heart, me pretty boy. So I have questions now. I have questions for points. So those of you who can, I would, I want y'all to answer these questions. If you get it right, you will get a gift. Love Fatima said once they eliminate one thing, then I think it could be snowballing into other areas. Exactly. And the thing about it is, if it goes under the radar, we don't even realize that it's happening. And then we look up one day and say, oh, it's gone. And that's why I wanted to bring back the awareness. Welcome in, Nate, the outside plug. That's why I wanted to bring the awareness back, to say, hey, we're not celebrating. I am good, Nay. I am good. We are talking about Black History Month today, and celebration, the controversy, and the culture. So now I'm about to ask some trivia questions related to Black History Month. These Some of them are really easy, and some of them are a little more challenging, but I want everyone to drop the answers into the chat. So I'm going to go, the point goes to the first person who I see answers the question correctly. So it's whoever I see, and I will let you know. And I will write you down, and I will have to come on your live to actually, thank you for those relics, to give you the points. But those of you in the basement, go ahead and send the person with the correct answer, who I call out, a penny gift. All right. First question, I know you all know, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. Who was the first Black president of the United States? The first person who I see answers it gets the points. Thank you for those relics, Nay. I am on both platforms. So, all right, the first person I saw was Sandra says Obama. And that is the correct answer. Elected in 2008, 2 terms, and symbolized a historic political milestone. Second question, who refused to give up her seat in Montgomery? Who refused to give up her seat in Montgomery?
I'm glad to see you doing your thing.
I'm trying to test this out and see how it works. So far, so good. I mean, I just need some filter over here. So the first person I saw was Love Fatima, and the answer is Rosa Parks.
I'm back. I'm running the street.
Okay, I will see you soon. Her act sparked the Montgomery bus boycott and accelerated the civil rights movement. So the correct answer was Rosa Parks. And Love Fatima got it right. Next question. Who delivered the I Have a Dream speech? Who delivered the I Have a Dream speech? Thank you. I see you sneaking. I see you. I see you. I see you. Thank you, pretty boy. So the answer is MLK. The first person to get it was Love Fatima. Could you not hear over there? Pretty boy. Thank you for those epic tarts. Okay, what year was the Civil Rights Act signed? What year was the Civil Rights Act signed? Thank you so much for the sneaky bones and the epic tarts. I love you. Does anybody know what year the Civil Acts Right was signed? So far, we have 1 point for Sandra, 2 points for Love Fatima. I don't see the correct. Okay, Love Fatima with 1964. That is the correct answer. Look, I'm clapping for you. Yeah. It's epic. Yes, ma'am. It is epic. Thank you, pretty bull. Who co-founded the NAACP? Who co-founded the NAACP? Do you know, pretty bull? Who co-founded the NAACP? Ten seconds. Those are so cute. Thank you so much, pretty boy. I appreciate it. Pretty boy over here cutting up on Epic. No one knows who co-founded the NAACP? It was W.E.B. Du Bois. Uh, La Fatina came in right after. I'm going to go ahead and give you the, because I don't think I gave you the whole 10 seconds. So, W.E.B. Du Bois, a scholar and activist who helped shape early civil rights um, advocacy, ad, ugh, you know the word I'm trying to say. Yes. What was the name? Oh, I already said that. Okay. Who was the first Black Supreme Court justice? Who was the first Black Supreme Court justice? Pretty bull, pretty bull. Thank you. Well, Fatima says Marshall. Okay. And the correct answer is Thurgood Marshall. Love Fatima again. Love Fatima be killing them with these games, boy. I tell you. Former NAACP lawyer who argued Brown versus Board of Education. All right. This one, I'm ashamed that I didn't know the answer to this one. I see y'all. I see y'all. Who was Malcolm X's wife? Who was Malcolm X's wife? I'm going to give y'all 20 seconds.
Maurice. Coretta.
All right. Betty Shabazz. Yes. La Fatima, I was like, oh, girl, La Fatima be on it. Let me tell you, she be on it. It was Betty Shabazz, educator and civil rights advocate.
Oh, shot. I'm thinking about
That's
MLK.
okay. I know exactly who you were thinking about, so I was with you. I was with you. Okay, what organization did Hugh P. Newton co-found? What organization, now this was one I knew, what organization did Hugh P. Newton co-found? When I tell y'all, I know y'all gonna be like, oh yeah. It's gonna be like, oh yeah. The Black Panther Party. Yeah. Clap, 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 clap. Yes, it was the Black Panther Party.
Black Panther.
Yep, you got it. It focused on community programs and self-defense. So, I am going to give it both to Pretty and Love Fatima. Y'all are on two different platforms, but y'all both got it. And Pretty, you'll have to let me know if you want me to give it to you on Epic or if you want me to give it to you on TT. All right. What state was the Selma March in?
Epic.
What state was the Selma March in? What state was the Selma March in? This Love Fatima right here, child. And Love Fatima got it right. The correct answer was Alabama. All right.
Montgomery.
It was Alabama. It was Alabama. All right. These are a little bit easier, and I'm going to go fast through them. Well, as fast as we can. Who was the Nobel Prize winner in literature in 1993? The Nobel Prize in Literature in 1993. Nobel Prize in Literature. Nobel Prize in Literature, 1993. Toni Morrison is the correct answer. Miss Lisa got that correct first. Miss Lisa. All right, I'm gonna have to watch for this one. Who was the first female U.S. Black vice president? The first Black
Montgomery
female.
is the city and Alabama is the state.
Oh, you know what? That is true. So pretty, for that Alabama question, Montgomery is the city and Alabama is the state. So I am going to award that to both Pretty and Fatima. Of course, Kamala Harris. Yes, yes. And that point goes to Love Fatima.
Kamala.
Yep, it's Kamala. Kamala Harris. Um, who was the first Black woman to run for president? The first Black woman to run for president. Y'all have to think about this, huh? All right, 10 seconds. All right, looks like Miss Lisa got it. Shirley Chisholm. It was the first Black woman to run for president. How many people knew that? Let me see. Lisa, Kim, Love Fatima. I see you. I see you. Y'all all knew that, or did y'all look it up? Y'all be honest. Y'all be honest now. What year was BET founded? What year was BET founded? Got 10 seconds. 10, 9. All right, we got Kim with 1980, and Kim gets that point. All right. Kim. 1980, BET was founded. All right. Um, who was the first self-made female millionaire? The first self-made female millionaire. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. CJ Walker. The first person I see is Love Fatima. Yep, Love Fatima. I see Love Fatima followed by Lisa and Sandra. So Love Fatima gets that point. All right. Who was the first Black Oscar winner? The first Black Oscar winner. The first Black Oscar winner. Hattie McDaniel, that is the correct answer. Love Fatima got it correct. All right. Um, I just have a few more questions. Who was considered the godfather of soul? Who was considered the godfather of soul? James Brown. There we go. Love Fatima was the first one to put it. Love Fatima. I need to see them fingers because them fingers are fast. Girl, them fingers are fast. Which black female um was the first I don't know how you say it, EGOT winner, EGOT winner. Which African American female was the first EGOT winner? EGOT. Whoopi Goldberg. It was Whoopi Goldberg, and Love Fatima got it. Who was the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl? Who was the first black quarterback to win Super Bowl? Doug Williams is the correct answer. I see Doug Williams, Love Fatima, then followed by Lisa, then followed by Kim. All right. The next question is, how many gold medals did Carl Lewis win? How many gold medals did Carl Lewis win? Lisa, I was calling out for Doug Williams. The first person I saw was Love Fatima, then you, then Kim. Then it says 4. That's not correct. Kim says 10. Love Fatima says 9. And the correct answer is 9. Love Fatima got it. Who was the first Black F1 driver? Who was the first Black F1 driver? Make sure if y'all can, please tap the screen in between typing. If you don't mind tapping the screen, I'm very low on likes, 4.3. Tap, tap, tap. The correct answer is Lewis Hamilton. And Dennis say Medea. I am going to whoop you, Dennis. Okay. Lisa got it correct. Lewis Hamilton. I wish I had all the sound effects. That's what make it more fun. Y'all, look, I'm practicing for the E studio. Um, who was the first Black MLB Hall of Famer? The first Black MLB Hall oh Hall of Famer. And that's baseball for any of you who may not be sure. The first MLB Hall of Famer. Robinson is the correct answer, and La Fatima got it first. Just a few more. We're almost to the end. Garrett Morgan was known for what? What was Garrett Morgan known for? What was Garrett Morgan known for? La Fatima says the traffic signal. Yes, that is correct. Lisa said Saturday Night Live, and Kim says gas mask. The correct answer was traffic light improvement. Who invented the super soaker? Who was the inventor of the super soaker? Kim got it right. Lonnie Johnson. That is correct, Kim. Did y'all know that answer? I did not know that answer. All right, two more questions. Who was the first Black NBA player? Who was the first Black NBA player? Dennis, if you don't stop, Dennis, it's going to be me and you if you don't stop. Who was the first Black NBA player? And Kim came through with Earl Lloyd. So Kim gets that point. All right. Last question. Who was the most decorated Olympian? Who was the most decorated Olympian? All right, looks like Kim got it first. Michael Phelps. That is the correct answer. So, thank y'all for the trivia. I think sometimes being reminded of um, names that created our history is important because we tend to forget and we do not. What, Sandra? Are you looking at the right one? Um, and so sometimes I feel like we forget because a lot of times well, not a lot of times, when I was looking at these questions, I was like, without looking them up, I wouldn't know the answers. I wouldn't know it's it's hold on, let me go back to the question. So what is he? Let me look it up. Hmm. I'm gonna go look that up, okay? But I'm gonna go on with the program for now, but I am gonna look it up. So like I was saying, a lot of times I'm ashamed that, I really don't know my history. And so not knowing a lot of the answers to these questions, I sometimes get embarrassed. Yes, we are talking about Black excellence. Sandra, I'm gonna have to go look that up. We are talking about Black. Y'all, okay, scratch that question. I will go back and look it up and see why it said that. Why it gave me that answer. Because I did not look it up. But the person who got it right, the name I was looking for was that name. So I got the right answer for now. If I have to clean it up, I will clean it up at a later live. But I'm gonna end with this. I just want to know if each one of you can just put it in the chat. What does Black History Month mean to you personally? It doesn't have to be a long sentence. Just write, what does Black History mean to you personally? I see you, Kim. John Taylor, 1908. I'm gonna look it up, Lisa. Y'all got me. Y'all got me. I should have looked the answers up before I presented it. So Lisa says Black history means to her celebrating the achievements of African American history. How about you, Miss Kim? How about you, Love Fatima, Dennis, Sandra? What does Black history mean to you? Fatima says, just a reminder that we are Black excellence that should be celebrated always, and we need to walk in. Sandra says she agrees with Lisa. And Miss Kim says, Black history means to me, reminded me of who I am and the generations that came before myself. And what we can accomplish as Black Americans. I love it. I love all of those. Dennis, let me see. I didn't see your answer. Let me see. Dennis. I didn't see it, Dennis. What does Black history mean to you? I don't see it. Sandra says celebrating means we should not forget where we came from. Sandra, that is actually what it means to me. It means celebrating and remembering the accomplishment of those that came before me and intentionally not forgetting. That's why we celebrate under Lisa, under Lisa, under Lisa. It didn't come out for some reason, Dennis. If you want to just copy and paste it down so I can read it out. So while I'm waiting for Dennis, what should Black History Month evolve or should it stay the same? Drop it in a chat if you think it should evolve. Just drop evolve, or if you feel like it should stay the same, just drop same. Drop evolve or same. Miss Kim says, thanks, Missy, for the great reminders. Um, Miss Lisa said Black History Month should evolve. So did Love Fatima. Said it should evolve. And Sandra says it should evolve. Let me ask you this question. What is one Black historical figure that people don't talk about enough? What is one Black historical figure that we don't talk about enough? And Miss Kim says evolve. It should evolve. What's one Black historical figure people don't talk about enough? Yes, yes, the first open heart surgeon. I forgot the name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Sandra says our ancestors' struggle should be a reminder that we can do anything. Yes, exactly, Sandra. Um, we should reflect on the struggles of those who came before us to remind us that we can do anything, that we have more resources, more opportunities today than they ever did, and that we can accomplish the same or even greater than those who came before us did. No, so Love Fatima says none of them are talked about enough in her opinion. I agree. I agree. Danielle Hill Williams is who Lisa. My mother was a freedom rider. Really, Dennis. Wow. Um, I, sometimes Dennis, I don't know, take you seriously, but okay, I'm seeing you. So the last question, African American open heart surgeon. Yes, that's what I think Miss Kim said. That is so true. So my last question for you guys are: if you were in charge, what would you change about Black History Month? If you were in charge, what would you change about Black History Month? And while y'all are writing in the chat, because that might take some time, while you're writing what you would change about Black History Month, I just want to say ways that we can honor Black History Month year round. We can support Black businesses. And when I say support Black businesses, we have a real opportunity right here on TT or right here on Epic to support Black businesses, Black entrepreneurs, by choosing to purchase products rather on TT or and through them directly. We have that opportunity to do so. Um, we can educate our children more. Some of these names that we didn't know, we can remind our children that they are part of our history because they're not getting the Black history taught as we did. And now, if you want to know about Black history, you have to specifically take a class that is called Black History. And I know that's what I had to do in college. I actually elected not to take it because I didn't know that there was an option. So the class was available, but they didn't make sure that everyone knew that there was an option. You can preserve the legacy and you can just decide that to end strong. But I'm going to read some of these questions. Miss Lisa said, I would take it to a month that has 31 days instead of only celebrating 28 days. Love Fatima says, I would change it from the month to a year, and I would also change the curriculum in school. Yes, because they have essentially taken out a lot of the Black history. I know one I can think of is the existence of slavery. They have removed it. I don't know if they've already removed it or if they are talking about removing it from the history books. But I know that they have removed it, and I don't know if it's state specific or if this was for the United States. I don't remember if that was if it was state specific. Sandra said it would be in the school books so our children can see we come from excellence. Dennis said he would make it a half a year instead of a month. And Miss Kim said instead of it being for 1 month, I would have it for every month. History should be ongoing for Blacks. Yes, 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 and yes. I say yes to it all. I would take it for to a longer month, to 6 months to a year. I would celebrate. I would choose to celebrate Black History with every breath because it is important. Um, really, Black history is American history, it's world history, and it's human history. It's all of those. And we need to keep it in front and not forget. Because they always say that if history is forgotten, it can repeat itself. So we don't want some history to repeat itself. So therefore, we need to keep reminding ourselves of our history. So, with that being said, that is all I had on the Black History, on this Black History podcast. But I also wanted to just say that I did my live today this way as I prepare to move over across the street. So I just wanted to give y'all an opportunity to do a full show by typing in the comments, just to get a feel of if you are to move across the street, how would that feel? And this is basically how it would feel. You would have to be typing out all of your questions or your responses in the messages. So I just wanted y'all to actually take an opportunity to keep this in mind, that this is what moving across the street means. It means not being able to verbally respond, but typing all your messages in the chat. So how did that feel? How did doing that for 1 hour feel? I'm just curious. How did y'all feel about typing all your answers in the chat instead of being able to say them? Thank you, Love Fatima. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Awesome job. Thank you, Sandra. My son was bothering, but it was okay. I don't care for it as much, but it's not bad. Mandy says, great job, Missy. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Mandy, how did you feel? Oh, I didn't really see many responses from you, but I don't know how long you were here, but how would you feel typing all your responses in the chat? That's another reason why I did this, just to kind of see how everyone felt. Miss Kim says, it's okay, I guess. I'll be talking into my microphone often. Mandy says the same. Okay. Well, I'm not sure who is next, but if you are going live, go ahead and drop it in the chat so we'll know who we're moving over to. I know usually most of us try to go live every night, later in the night. But Kim, you might not be able to type fast, but you know who can type fast? Her first name starts with an L and her second one starts with an F. Miss Love Fatima got the speed fingers. Let me tell you, them are lightning fast. Welcome in, Miss Tina. Welcome in. Well, I think, and this is just what I'm thinking, I think that we should maybe practice more so that we can prepare ourselves for, those of us who are choosing to go over, so that we can get ready. We can get ready if that's what you're choosing to do. If not, of course, this is the only one as far as our group one that I'm going to do. I'll only do my Thursdays this way, but all the other days I'm going to do regular TT. So y'all don't have to type um for all my lives. I don't want y'all to be like, oh Lord, I ain't going to Missy's live. My fingers be hurting by the end. But I'll just do my Thursdays like this. But I just wanted to try it today for our Rising Stars. And I thank y'all for allowing me to do so. I really do appreciate it. As usual, I appreciate all your support. I appreciate you coming and listening to, because when I was thinking about what I was going to do for this topic, I was just like, you know what? What is February? February's Black History Month. I said, I haven't heard a thing about Black History Month all month. So let me bring it back to everyone's remembrance that this is Black History Month. And if you haven't had an opportunity to celebrate in some sort of way, this is your reminder. Let's celebrate. We are all going over there collectively. Okay. I don't know. I'm not over there yet. Yeah. So this is what it would feel like, Love Fatima. The typing, this is exactly what it would feel like. Thank you for the rose, Miss Lisa. But with that being said, we have reached the end of my live, and I want to navigate to the next person's. So please drop it in the chat, whoever is next, so that I can shut my equipment down and come on over. I'm there already, but have been live yet. But make sure you follow everyone on Epic. Yes, make sure everyone is looking up most of the names. It's wise to keep the same name so that we'll know how to find you across the street. If you keep the same name, it'll kind of cut down the hassle of looking for you. So, um, oh, oh, the stars. Yes, 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 yes. Put your stars in the name for the rising stars. Yes, we need to make sure that we're putting our stars in our name so that we can find each other. And Miss Kim says she's going on tonight at 10. All right. I think Lisa goes on at 9, and this is Eastern Standard Time. And right now it is 8 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm not sure who is coming on at 8 or 8:30. I can't check where everyone stands from this platform the way I have it set up, but if someone can check minds for me real quick and put it in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Mandy is asking Miss Kim, is she safe? And Mandy's name over across the street is there in the chat. Okay, so Joe Bell is on now. So everyone, let's pick up and travel over to Miss Joe Bell's and support her. And again, I don't take your support for granted. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming in. I know that you could be anywhere, but you decided to spend this time with me, and I am very thankful and appreciative of it. Y'all are an amazing community, and I'm so glad that I was able to connect with each and every one of you. Thank you, Miss Kim, that it was laid on your heart to create this community, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. She's over. Oh, oh, she is? Joe Bell's across the street right now? Okay, 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 okay. I am there already, so that's wonderful. I'll go look for her. But thank you, Miss Kim. Thank you for creating this platform and bringing us together. I've just met some wonderful community members, and I'm so thankful. Joe Bell is over across the street. If y'all want to meet across the street, if not, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Miss Lisa will be on TT, and Miss Kim at 10. And of course, I know many others will be probably scrambling, but I will make it around to each one of you that I can. I promise. Oh, you can't see mine, Miss Kim. See, that's the other thing. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But thank you for checking. I will figure it out. Um, hopefully I'm not at risk. If not, I'll just go on later. But thank you so much for checking. All right. With that being said, I'm going to close out. Thank you all for coming by. Blessings to you, and we will see you later.